Hey everybody, Kara Cherniak from the My Worry Free Kid program back with you here today. And I've got a question for parents, especially parents who have kids with anxiety. And that is, have you ever felt like you're constantly walking on eggshells around your child? Like you're always trying to keep the peace and avoid meltdowns, but nothing you do is ever good enough. And it's like you're looking at the train wreck that's it's bound to happen and it's coming closer and closer, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it, try as you might. Like you just want to make things okay, but you always feel like you're just one step away from disaster. I get it. I hear it all the time. And I want to tell you that there is a better way. There's a way that you don't have to constantly feel drained and powerless. One of the principles of the My Worry Free Kid program is that your child's anxiety is not really the problem, right? It is the avoidance of the anxiety that's causing all the issues. And I've said it in other videos. If you've heard, anxiety is the hungry monster that's never full. So it can feel sort of like playing a game of whack-a-mole at times, right? Where you're just, here's the problem and you're hitting that one and it goes away and there's another one that pops up over there. That's what your child's anxiety is like. And just getting to the point of accepting that it's never going to fully be in check. Like you are not going to eradicate your child's anxiety, try as you might, right? Whole other video. But you trying to avoid or help them avoid, that is like the endless game of whack-a-mole. That is like feeding the monster that's never full, because their anxiety is not the problem. It's the constant trying to avoid it. And when you help them try to avoid it, you're really sending them the message that, yeah, you're correct. Something's really wrong and I don't trust that you can deal with it. So mom or dad is going to have to step in and save you from these feelings. When we walk on eggshells, we're actually teaching our kids to do the same. Avoid, avoid, avoid. But the truth is, anxiety doesn't go away when we avoid. It only grows. You might see this in your battles in the morning with your child going to school, and you feel like, well, if I just let them stay home this one day, then tomorrow they'll feel better. And then one day turns into multiple days. And then because they've been gone multiple days, now their anxiety is even bigger. It just makes it harder and harder to return to school. So though you're trying to, in your mind, help them and protect them because they have anxiety, what you're actually doing is making it harder for them in the long run. So in the My Worry Free Kid program, one of the things we do is we teach you how to validate your child's feelings without letting their feelings dictate the behaviors and the consequences. We help you help your child understand that they can manage those feelings, and mom, dad, grandma, whoever is doing the accommodating is not the answer. And when you stop letting your child's feelings dictate their actions, then everything starts to change. You now have the tools to help them validate those feelings and say, yes, you're having these feelings, and I know you're strong enough, you're powerful enough to do the thing that needs done, rather than avoid, 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 which sends the message, I don't believe that you're strong enough to handle this. Without you saying it, that's the message that those behaviors are giving to your child. In the My Worry Free Kid program, instead of just talking about anxiety, we show you how to guide your child through those anxious feelings and help them build that resilience by facing their feelings head on, little by little. The only pathway to change is by your child building experiences that show them, oh yes, I can deal with this. And now they're ready for the next experience. And each one of those build upon the other, until they have that inner strength. But every time you avoid, every time you accommodate, you take those experiences away from your child. You essentially are robbing them of the experience of knowing that they can do it on their own. So if you're tired of feeling on edge, tired of playing that endless game of whack-a-mole that never stops, and you're ready to help your child face their fears, then I want you to join me on my free masterclass. It's hosted in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/myworryfreekid program. So head on over there, click the link, get into my free live masterclass where we're going to go over and expand on this principle plus many more principles that are part of the program so that you as a parent can start to recognize what is your role in this cycle of anxiety, this cycle of accommodation. And once you recognize what your role is in the behaviors that you've been having, then and only then can you start to change those behaviors. And really it has like a ripple in the pond effect because you're changing the environment through changing your behaviors. There is no choice other than for your child's behaviors to change because they are responding to you, right? You're responding to them, they're responding to you. It's a never-ending cycle. But if you change part of that cycle, the rest of the cycle has no choice but to change. So change the cycle, change the outcome. So head on over to my Facebook group, My Worry Free Kid Program. Come join me on the masterclass. Stop feeling like you're on this endless treadmill, playing this endless game, and let's start empowering you and empowering your child to face their fears and get a handle on this anxiety today. And I'll see you on the other side.